Arsenal lose to Bournemouth 2-1 at home. I was so pissed after that game, and I wanted to record, but I was like, yeah, let me give myself a couple days to kind of just think about it. Let's also see how City do against Chelsea, because that adds a lot more context and kind of value to the result. And here I am on a Monday, and still I'm livid. And the reason I'm upset and angry is because I don't understand. I don't understand what Mikel is doing. I don't understand how he built this squad. I've been questioning that since the summer transfer window of 23. I've been questioning why he's diverted so far away from the initial style of play that brought us not only good football, but brought us our very first Premier League title challenge. I still don't understand why he continues to choose certain players that we know can't play in certain positions or can't carry out the roles that he wants them to. I still don't understand what our best 11 is. I don't understand what he's trying to do. I don't understand. I have so many questions and I don't have the answers. And to have that many questions go unanswered 6 years into this project in April in the title running, it's just unacceptable. The best teams in the world, you know exactly what their starting 11 is. You know exactly how they're going to play you. You know exactly how they're going to approach the game. And we can't say that of Arsenal 6 years into this project. How is that possible, Mikel? I have never seen a project go backwards. And we don't deserve this as fans. We don't deserve this. We don't deserve this because, one, we're fantastic fans. Arsenal deserves to be winning trophies. But we don't deserve this because when you signed Havertz, we all knew it was a bad idea. When you signed Madueke for that price tag, we all knew it was a bad idea. And these have been the defining signings that have, realistically speaking, toppled your project. That Havertz signing, man, when you couldn't make it work as an 8, and you had to then chuck him up top as a 9, and that forced you to move Rice from a 6 to an 8, like that threw off everything that you built. Everything. On that pitch on Saturday, okay, between Gyökeres, Havertz, and Madueke alone was £200 million worth of players, and not a single one of them was. I don't understand what he's doing. I see our fans trying to blame Zubimendi, and he can't make a forward pass, he can't do this, he can't do that. It's just like Zubimendi is in the 6. He has Rice to his left. He's got Skelly hugging the touchline over here. He's got White hugging the touchline over there. He's got Martinelli hugging the corner flag all the way up there. He's got Madueke hugging the other corner flag all the way over there. He's got Gyökeres running in behind, and then Kai Havertz trying to act as a number 10, dropping in deep where there's 3-4 Bournemouth players in the midfield. We're a donut. We're playing a 6-0-4 in the build-up. And you expect this guy to make a forward pass? Are you serious? Go look at how he was playing for us when he had Odegaard in the midfield, when he had Marino playing as a striker, when he had Rice further up. World of a difference. Go look how he plays for Spain when he actually has like 3-4 guys in the midfield that he can pass the ball to. But we're playing a 6-0-4 in the build-up, and you expect this guy. It's crazy, and it's just, we saw it against City, an absolute donut in the middle of the park as well when we played them in the cup final, and Arteta just doesn't learn. Trying to play Havertz as in the number 10 position, he can't play there. He can't play there. And I understand that there are some injuries, but it's not an excuse. Play with the 3-man midfield, put Norgard, Rice, and Zubimendi in there. And it's not a very technical midfield, but at least you have guys who feel comfortable playing in those positions in the middle of the park, and you have the numbers in the midfield where you can at least progress the ball. Maybe you have your wingers cut inside. Maybe you have your fullbacks go in the overlap. Jurgen Klopp played some of the best football in the world, and he had Henderson, Wijnaldum, and Fabinho in the midfield. Why? Because he relied on his fullbacks to go on the overlap, and he allowed Salah and Mane to cut inside to be the ones that are attacking the box. We can play the same exact way. Have Martinelli and Madueke cut inside, have Gyökeres running behind, and have the likes of White and Lewis Skelly on the overlap and play with 3-man in the midfield. Do that. But no. Arteta says, I'm going to play with a double pivot. I'm like, okay. You're gonna play with a double pivot. That's fine. Are you gonna have a proper number 10 that can actually drop into the midfield and play with his back to goal and take 2-3 players off the press and dribble his way out of trouble? No. Oh, okay. Are you gonna play with a striker that is maybe comfortable playing with his back to goal and can receive the ball as a target man and lick up play? No. Oh, okay. Are you going to have your wingers maybe cut inside or come short and ask for the ball, in the midfield? No. You're going to have them hug the touchline. Okay. Are you going to have fullbacks that you're going to give license to sort of go into the middle of the park or license to go up forward? No. Okay. Or are you going to hoof it long and then try to win the aerial duels? That's how you want to play. Okay, fair enough. That's how you want to do it. Spanish manager, Mikel Arteta prodigy, 6 years in, that's how you're playing football at the Emirates in a title running because you have 2 injuries to Marino and Odegaard. Give me a break. And watching this team just try to string 3-4 passes together is so exhausting mentally because I'm watching them and it's like watching somebody trying to solve string theory. Like the level of thought and hesitation, it looks stiff, it looks tense, it looks methodical. You can tell that these guys are not relying on instinct. They're not relying on what's seeing in front of them. They're like thinking. It's like they're trying to solve an equation as the ball gets to them, and they're trying to then solve another complex equation to decide where to pass the ball. And it just it's I mean, I talk about it and I get worked up because it's like, what am I seeing? It's not natural, it's not instinctual, it's not free flowing, it's like you are robbing these players of the natural instincts that make them a footballer. You're robbing them of their own gut, their own reflexes, their own athletic ability. It's just like, they get the ball like the Manchurian candidate. They're supposed to carry out your tactics the way that you expect them to. And it's not working, Mikel. It's not working because A, you suck at squad building and you haven't been able to actually create a squad that, despite having just a few injuries, all of a sudden you're changing everything up. The players that you have had under you have regressed like crazy. Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard, all these guys have gone backwards under your tutelage. And you have such a stringent, negative, conservative approach to all phases of your attacking play. From the build-up to the creativity to the shooting, everything is so conservative and methodical and tactical and stale that you're not even getting the results now. Nothing about this football is working for you, and you refuse to change it. He made when halftime rang and I saw that doofus sprinting into the tunnel, I thought, oh, he's going to change things up. He's going to have some major tactical approach. He's going to change the game. 55 minutes in, he makes 3 changes. I'm like, oh, wow, he's going to, like a manager changing something 55 minutes in. That means he's changing something tactically. He's doing something different. No. Just like for like players. That's all it is. Dalman for Madueke, Eze for Havertz, and Trossard for Martinelli. Arteta said, I'm not going to change anything at all tactically. I just realized I got the lineup wrong, guys. So what I'm going to do now to change things around from getting dog walked by Bournemouth, what I need to change this game around is a 16-year-old, a player who I have not relied on consistently for the last 3-4 years, and a player who just came back from injury whose natural position is not in the 10. Tactical masterclass. He didn't say, let me put more numbers in the midfield so that I can actually play out from the back. He didn't say, hey, maybe switch to formation so that, we can, do something against their press. No. Man for man. Relying on a 16-year-old, a player he's never relied on consistently in Trossard, and Eze, who just came back from the injury, and we both know the number 10 spot is not his natural position. That was the reason why he was sprinting into the tunnel and made a change in the 55th minute. And I'm supposed to buy that? Do you think I'm stupid, Mikel? At this point, you're just throwing shit on the wall and hoping something sticks. In April, 6 years into your project. Give me a break. And to add insult to injury, Man City goes and they thump Chelsea 3-0. There's only one team, guys, that is playing like champions, that is looking like champions, that is carrying themselves like champions, and is getting the results of champions. and that is Manchester City. Don't you mistake it for anything else. And when we go to the Etihad, belt to ass. And the saddest thing of it all is that if Mikel had anything about him, he would go to his players, hold his hands up, and say, "Guys, I've been holding the reins. Let's go out swinging. I'm going to give you 3, 4, 5 things to focus on in the game, but the rest rely on your ability. Go out there and show me what you can do." He's not going to do that. He's going to go to the Etihad and he's going to set the team up to not lose because he is a coward. He is a coward of a manager. Only a coward would play some of the most attacking, scintillating football, push City all the way to the edge, and instead of backing himself, doubling down and getting even better players in squad depth to continue to play the same brand and style of football, only a coward would change things up. Only a coward would change things up. And only someone of extreme arrogance would make a 70 million pound bet that not only would he be able to revive a player's career and form, but to also reshape him and the position that he naturally plays in. Only someone of extreme arrogance would do such a thing. And then do it again with Madueke. That is who we have as a manager. Check out my little dog in the corner over there. That is Mikel Arteta for you. So we'll probably go ahead and beat Sporting Lisbon in the most disgusting way possible. Hell, we might even actually get past Atletico because I think stylistically we actually match something up. But guys, it would be the most Arsenal thing to make it to a Champions League final and have our season end like this. I can already see it. It's in the lights. I can already picture it. Losing the league on the final day to Man City and getting embarrassed by either a PSG or a Bayern Munich in the Champions League final. And that would probably be the most beautiful cultivation of what is this Mikel Arteta project. Unless, and I know that he won't, but at this point, Mikel, I am begging you, please change it. Go out swinging. Go out there and just take the game by the scruff of the neck. Attack. Play football. Be free-flowing. And if we're going to win absolutely fuck all, can we at least see some good football? Just change it, Mikel. Please. Let the guys play football. Let them play. Please. Stop trying to solve a math equation every time you're on the pitch. Just let them play. I beg you. Mikel, you have good players. Zubimendi is a world-class 6. Let him be the lone 6. Rice is a phenomenal 8. Let him do his thing on the pitch. Let Odegaard create. Let Martinelli cut inside. Let Saka do his thing. Let the fullbacks go upwards and let him whip balls into the box so that Gyökeres actually has something to put away. Let the guys play. Just let them play football, Mikel. Please. Let them play. Hopefully he does that. Hopefully he puts his arrogance to the side and he's able to turn this around. But I don't see how in the month of April, with 2 days until a Champions League game and less than a week until we face City at the Etihad, I don't know how he's going to make these adjustments. I really don't. At this point, I'm only wishing and hoping and praying that something happens. But the way it's looking, guys, we may just end another season trophyless.